Mrs. Lyons, Dr. Schlinger, faculty, staff, and my fellow students. In the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows by John Hohendick, Sonder is defined as the profound realization that every random passerby has a life as complex, vivid, and intricate as your own, complete with their own dreams, relationships, and personal stories. Even though you may only briefly encounter them, we all go about our day meeting new people all the time. But do we ever stop to think about what's going on in someone else's life? When I get ready for school in the morning, I wake up at 6:40, or I try to, eat breakfast, wash my face, brush my teeth, do my skincare, sometimes do a little makeup, do my hair, get dressed, and head out the door. Then I go to school, and no matter if you're in 1st, 3rd, or 8th grade, we have one thing in common. We start our day at 8:30 and finish our learning by 3 or 4. After that, we part ways. We all have different lives and different things to do. Some people ride the bus back to their house. Others go home privately, but we all have our own routine. Usually, my dad, mom, or a friend's parents take me home. Depending on the day and who picks me up from school, I either go home, get dressed, and go to dance, or I have already packed my dance clothes and shoes in the morning so I can get ready at the studio. Either way, I get to dance most of the time by 5:30 or 6, and leave around 8:30 or 9:30. My mom picks me up, I get home, and I'm asleep and done with my homework by around 11 or 11:30. Then I wake up at 6:40 and do it all again. That's my life during the school week. Dance has been a significant part of my life. It's one of the things I love the most, but at times it also makes me feel the worst. Some people think that dance is not a sport, but they don't understand the hard work that goes into being good at it. Not only do you have to be flexible, you have to be strong, be able to do some gymnastics, and do things the human body was not designed to do, all while making it look effortless. Not to mention, try not to compare yourself to others. I often feel inferior to people standing right next to me, but I've had to learn how to build myself up rather than tear myself down. I had to know that the only person I should compare myself to was the person I was yesterday. I learned, and I'm still learning, to celebrate the small accomplishments and stop focusing so much on what others are doing. Even though others might be accomplishing bigger things than I am, that doesn't make my victories invalid. I struggled so much with comparison, and I felt so disappointed in myself when something wasn't perfect, which it usually is not. I was diagnosed with Osgood-Schlatt's disease in 2023. I've been dancing since the age of 3. And the constant pressure and work I put on my growth plates while still growing up caused me to develop large bumps and inflammation below my kneecaps. The bumps created pain when I moved in certain ways. It made it hard for me to do certain tricks and basic skills. I felt like I was being set back instead of progressing like some of the other girls on my team. I was told the bumps should go away by the time I am 14. In the meantime, I had to cut 2 classes from my schedule because it was becoming too much for my legs. And there was a small possibility that I could lose my ability to walk if the issue wasn't fixed. Dance demands so much from your body and mind. Even though my legs have made a lot of progress since 6th grade, at times I still feel discouraged that I can never make up the time that I lost when I wasn't able to do as much. I struggle to feel confident in my dancing, just like how we all struggle. My mom, dad, sister, friends, and classmates all have different things going on. What makes us similar is that we all have our own issues and problems, even if they're completely different from each other. Almost 20 million people live in New York State alone, and 8 billion worldwide, and all those people experience life differently. One of these struggles we all shared was when the world shut down in March 2020. The class of 2026 was in 2nd grade. The virus was something the whole world was so unfamiliar with, which made it even scarier. But I don't think I fully grasped how alarming the situation was until I stopped looking at it from my point of view. My mom is a doctor, specifically an OBGYN. If you don't know what that is, it's a doctor who specializes in women's health. The entire pandemic was an incredibly difficult time for healthcare providers. New variants were coming out all the time, and the news would tell us there were more and more cases in our state. Every day when my mom came home from work, she would still have a mask on, run upstairs without coming near us, take off her scrubs, and shower. She wanted to protect us by trying to get all the germs away from our home that she might have carried in our house before they had a chance to contaminate us. I specifically remember when they came out with the COVID-19 testing and my mom got tested for the first time. She was on the phone with a friend at work, and I vaguely remember she said, "I can't believe I didn't get it. I thought for sure I would." That's when I realized that even one of the strongest people I know, my mom, had worries. Everyone is human. We worry, we cry, we laugh, we try our best, we fail, we succeed. We are so different and unique, which makes everyone so beautifully the same. This realization doesn't only apply to the adults in our lives that we assume have it all together. It also applies to the people that we don't know. The 770,000 homeless people in America aren't just a number. All those individuals have a spirit and feelings. In a couple of weeks, when we come together as a community and do the annual Thanksgiving drive, remember this. You are not just bringing in random cans of vegetables and bags of potatoes to be boxed up by 8th graders. You are contributing to someone else's holiday experience. Sonder isn't just a cool word from the dictionary. It's a way of seeing the world. The next time you're walking through the halls or just passing someone on the street, pause for just a moment and remember, every person has a story as complex as yours. Yes, you're the main character of your own story, but so is everyone else. They're living their own complex plot, facing their own challenges, and celebrating their own victories. So let's give each other a little grace, because sometimes all we need is for someone to understand our struggle. Thank you.